What's Test Squad, and welcome to Fortnite. Today we're going to be showing you guys how to win in Fortnite. Where I'm going to be landing is probably going to be the Shuffled Shrine here. Alright, so as you can see, I'm landing Shuffled Shrine, which is not directly in the center of the line. This is more of a medium hot drop. I would say that because it's right next to the line, but it's not really close. What would be a hot drop would be Tilted, Sanctuary, and maybe Rocky Reels around there. So now I'm landing, I'm like, okay, I won't make it directly into the building, so I kind of adjust myself to where I'm able to bunny hop down the stairs. And I hear a chest, so I'm like, okay, so I start breaking here, see footsteps above me, so I instantly get this loot and place the wall here to make sure everything's good. Now I start farming up, as you can see, to make sure I have enough mats, so whenever I run across someone, I'm able to build and get away from the situation. So now what you want to do here is go ahead and run around kind of farming up wood, brick. Don't worry about metal yet. You'll get metal from end game, from killing people. As you can see, I hear fighting here, so I'm like, okay, might be able to third party here and get a free kill here. So I hear he's in a bush. And I know where the bush is located. I just seen him. He's building, which means he probably seen me. So now I'm about to charge up my SMG here and jump in his box. So I'm confident with my mats right here. I'm like, okay, I have just a little bit under enough mats. So I'm over here popping some slurp mushrooms here, and I'm like, okay, this will help me out with the health. I'm like, okay, I'll go pop these over here. I did not see the opponent that's about to be spraying me in a couple seconds here. And unfortunately, it did crack me, and I only had one mini here, so in a sense, I did lose health, but in a sense, I did gain white health. I grapple up, building up a little bit, trying to get a little bit of high ground enough so I can pop this mini. I just barely got this mini off, boxing him in. He's now putting a lot of pressure since he thinks I'm low HP, but he does not know I have 0 mats here. So now I'm looking for a cheeky edit, get a nice little 35 tag on him there. I see that I'm on his ramp, or on his cone, so I decided to edit out here, drop down to the side, get a nice crack on him. Now he's scared. Now he's playing for the hill game here. Now this is where you want to start playing aggressive here. As you see, I'm trying to jump in his box. Unfortunately, I'm using the worst SMG ever here, putting tons of pressure on him. I seen he's about to edit there. Unfortunately, I did not have mats, so I decided to break out here, break his floor, and then spray him down here and hit him with the shotgun shot. So guys, basically what you want to do in these situations here is when you get cracked, heal up as fast as you possibly can. Then right after that, look for small tiny peaks to where you can do like 35, 25, and then once you crack their shield, they're going to try to run away and play safe so they can get that win. So what you want to do then is just non-stop pressure, because if you let them pop that one mini, then they gain that ounce of confidence, and you don't want them to be confident in that fight. So now I'm farming up some more, just like so. As you can see, I'm never actually inside a zone. I'm always on the outskirts of zone, because if the fun fact there, if you're in zone, you're more likely to get pushed. If you're outside of zone, you're most likely to get held. Make sure you're always moving in game here. As you can see, I did see a car, but I decided not to spray at him because he's probably going to try to hold me in storm. So I decided to just leave him alone for now, since I need to farm mats anyway, so I'm playing smart here. And now I'm just staying really edge. I see the zone is about to close in, but that's no worries. So now I'm just farming this tree up, about to pop these slurp barrels. And as you can see, I'm even running towards the storm because I know it's going to be moving pretty slow. I'm able to run faster than it. So now I'm starting to head towards edge of zone here. As you can see, I just marked on the map to know exactly where it's located, see how many meters away. I realize, okay, it's only 160 away, so I start heading in a little bit. And still farming, of course, trying to get that brick up to at least 200 to 300 here. So I'm just farming up, make sure to hit the circles to get as many mats as possible. I see a car there. He does see me. He starts acting a little bit weird, so I decided to rift to go to make sure I don't burn too many mats since I just spent all that time farming. So I go ahead and just kind of head towards zone here because I just realized that wasn't a smart fight to take. So I see this big pile of bricks over here, so I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and farm this up, get a couple hundred brick here. There we go, 900 or 99. See someone build up here, decide to take the fight. We're pretty much edge zone here, so we don't have to worry about getting third partied. And I'm nervous. As you can see, I have the floor and cone, which he's going to edit down because he's scared here. But fortunately, in my case, he did not, and I perfectly got off this kill, boxing him in a little bit and getting him very nervous. So my tips for that would be basically try and take as many of your opponent's walls, floors, and cones as possible, because the more pieces you own of their box, then they'll more likely be more nervous and they'll be shaky, aka having worse aim, and end up losing the fight because of their nervousness. So I see someone building here. I decide, okay, I can probably take this fight here. I have confidence. I'm 3,000 mats. You know, nothing can really go that bad. So I'm starting to take piece control. He starts spraying, which means he's a controller player. I also realized that he was reloading his SMG, so I decided to push. Decided it was a bad push here, so I start building up. I start popping a couple minis here, getting that top off. I'm now at 45 shield. I hear breaking. I realized someone started third party me, and it wasn't a smart push because it was around center zone, which, like I said earlier, is not a good thing to do. I take a very bad peek here from low ground, take a couple damage, decide to only pop one mini. Sneaky 22 shot on me. He's now trying to build towards me, trying to get a kill because he's most likely low on mats. So I decided to build down since I'm still at around 2,200 mats here. So now no one's seeing me here, which is perfectly for me. Decided to pop a mini here, go and edit up, looking through a cone to kind of see what's going on up there, see what's happening. Now I realize there's a 1v1 left, and I'm like, okay. He doesn't seem too great at the game, so I decided to push up a little bit, get high ground here. And I missed a shotgun shot, unfortunately. Looking for angles here, making sure to peek around. For end game here, you want to make sure you always stay at the top of your ramp there so no one can cone you and floor you at the same time. So here I see him trying to come up, and he just cracked me here, which means he's going to be super aggressive. So I decided to crank up a little bit, making sure to box myself perfectly. I pop one mini, I move over to pop another mini, just like so. Want to make sure you're always moving around, watching all angles. I've seen those two ramps there, so I decided to place cones there to make sure he couldn't get any smooth angles on me. I hear building, I hear him dropping a little bit, decide to drop down a little bit to his level to see if I can find where he's located at so he does not surprise attack. Now I'm rotating ramps to get a nice little angle on. I know he's below me, so I decided to edit the ramps to see if I can see him through the ramps and walls. Make sure to reload all your guns in game. Make sure, you know, if you need to take that extra time, build a couple boxes. If you have a couple thousand mats, just literally just chill, relax, you know, cool yourself down. You're most likely nervous at this point in time, so go ahead and just replace everything with hard mats, making sure you're, you know, cooled down, relax, make sure you're not shaky. You know, here what you want to do now, I see the zones closing in. I'm not fully in zone, so I do decide to tunnel in a little bit further. I'm trying to get into cone here. Unfortunately, I do not make it. I'm looking around, seeing if I can see him. I believe he's above me. He does heavy snipe my wall, tries to SMG in. Luckily, I already had an edit done, so I just edit out and start taking height here. Now, I realize at this point he does not have mats, so I'm like, okay, this is perfect for me. I hear him drop down onto the ground, and he's trying to shoot me out here. So I try to get angles here, and as you can see, I almost had a nice, great shot there. I see that he's just snaking around at the very bottom, going through zone, in storm, trying to get a cheeky shot on me to hopefully get the win for himself. Now, right here, I see him healing here. I know exactly where he's located at. I know he's trying to fake heal here to try to get me to shoot him so he can get that nice shot off. Luckily, I'm smarter than that. So I see the zone's pulling pretty far away. Get a nice little 26 damage on him. Was going to edit down, decided not to. It would be not a good idea since I have lots of mats compared to him. See him healing here. Go ahead and get a nice little shot off. 41. That's a total of 65, 66 damage here. Drops me in the water. I start building, making sure to block all sides. Realize he's in zone, and easy win. He dies to zone. He dies to zone because he was in the river, and the river was going the opposite way. And there you go, boys. All right. That is how you get a win in Fortnite. That is the best tips I could possibly give for you to get that nice first victory royale of the season, or even get your 10th, 100th win, 300th win, 1,000th win. These tips right here will help anyone in the position of trying to get a win in Fortnite. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe down below if you're new to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.